Okay, this is going to be my reaction video to Doctor Who Episode 3, Curse of the Black Spot. I've got my notes here I made last night while I was watching it, and some unanswered questions from the series so far. Okay, so I thought this felt like a really weird episode. Episode 1, 3 weekends ago, The Impossible Astronaut, I thought felt very much like the opening to a new series. It was setting lots of stuff up. There were a lot of unanswered questions at the end of that episode, but you knew it was a two-parter, so I assumed that was why. Part 2 of that last week, Day of the Moon, was weird because you kind of sorted some stuff out from the first episode, but then there was even more stuff that they laid down which hasn't been answered yet. So this week, Curse of the Black Spot, I was expecting to find out some answers to some things, and you just didn't. It felt very much like a filler episode this week, which is not necessarily a bad thing. I still enjoyed it. It was quite an interesting storyline with the siren and what was she doing and why was she taking all the pirates off of the ship and everything. But at the same time, there are a few things I would like to have answered now, and knowing Stephen Moffat's writing, I suspect we're probably not going to know anything until Christmas in however many months away that is now, 7 months. So we're just going to have to suck it up and wait until then for most things, I think. What notes did I make? Did anyone else notice this? On the deck of the ship, there was like a little covered hatch thing, and it had a red, like, pentagram star in a circle, and it was all just painted red, and there was nothing else like that on the ship, and no one mentioned it or referenced it or anything, so I don't know if that will come back, but that instantly caught my eye and didn't make a lot of sense on a pirate ship, but I don't know if anyone knows what that was, then let me know. Doctor said at one point, we've all got to go sometime, so they're obviously going to keep going with the whole, he's going to make casual references to people dying, and then Amy and Rory will have their little moment of going, oh, but we can't tell him, oh, it's his future. So I thought that was nice to keep that running. The TARDIS going off on its own wasn't really explained, I don't think, unless I missed something, so I don't know if that's going to be mentioned at any point, perhaps. We saw the woman with the eye patch again that we saw last week, who last week she came out of the wall and said something like, oh, it's alright, she's just dreaming, and then this week she seemed to speak directly to Amy and said something like, you're doing fine, just stay calm, and then she was gone. So no idea what that's about. And we've still got the whole positive, negative on the pregnancy scanner. So pretty much no answer gained from this week at all. Interesting episode, I like the idea, but felt quite a lot like a filler. And then saw quite a good preview for next week's, which is the Doctor's wife with the Ulu coming back, but they've got weird glowy green eyes, don't know what that's going to mean. And the TARDIS seems to get possessed by a mysterious voice, which looked kind of interesting. So yeah, we'll kind of have to wait and see, I guess, where this entire series is going. But those are my thoughts. If any of you have any thoughts or theories, then feel free to share them. I try and stay as spoiler free as I can, but you know, if you see something, don't you? So whatever. But yeah, that's pretty much it for Doctor Who, The Curse of the Black Spot. I will talk to you about next week's episode at some point next week. Okay, see you soon. Bye.